Welcome to another video. We're still exploring exposure triangle. Today we're talking about the shutter speed. What it is a curtain or a shutter in front of your camera sensor, exposing it to light for a certain period of time. It's measured in seconds and it ranges from 30 seconds to 8,000th of a second. 30 seconds is normally referred to as a slow shutter. It results in a more brighter image because you're exposing that sensor to light for the longest amount of time. And then 8,000th of a second is a fast shutter, and then it exposes the sensor to light for a small amount of time, resulting in darker images. For your everyday application, maybe you are shooting a still object, you will typically go for something that is somewhere in between that range. However, keeping in mind that it controls the amount of light going into your sensor depending on your other settings in the exposure triangle. Typically 1/60, 1/250, somewhere there. That's what you will get. Now, application wise, 8,000 or fast shutter speed you will use to capture moving objects. You freeze that motion. Think about an athlete, think about moving cars, think about wildlife. So you are basically capturing objects that are moving. So you want to freeze that motion and get a text sharp image. Now, 30 seconds or long shutter speeds or slow shutter speeds, you use them mainly in low light situation. Think about if you want to capture the Milky Way, that's when you will use slow shutter speeds. Maybe you might have seen these photos whereby you get trails of light when capturing traffic. Now you will use a slow shutter for that as well. Yeah, also it's important to note that when you are using these slow shutter speeds, you might want to use a tripod, and you might want to consider using a timer on your camera, or use a remote, because you want to avoid what is called camera shake. You might have seen on some of the cell phone images that are shot during low light situation. Basically, when you push the shutter button, your camera shakes a bit. So that's when you introduce the camera shake. So using a remote or timer and on a tripod will get rid of those camera shakes. And then lastly on the shutter is what we call the sync speed. Sync speed refers to that you are not allowed to go beyond when you are shooting using flash, an external light, which you sync up to your camera. So if maybe say you go beyond that sync speed. Let's say if the sync speed is 1/250 and you use 1/500, you will basically see those shutter curtains because your flash might not be able to keep up with speed of the shutter. But to get around that, you might want to use what is called high-speed sync, but I'll get into that topic at a later stage. Check out the first comment in the comment section below. There's a link there for you. It will take you straight to Camera Stuff. That's my affiliate link. If you find anything that is interesting to you, if you buy, I will get a small commission. So check it out. Please do subscribe if you are not subscribed. The goal is to get 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please do help out and support the brother, and share the video as well. Peace.